In 2022, China's total manufacturing exceeded 40 trillion yuan, ranking first in the world for 13 consecutive years. However, China's manufacturing sector also has a shameful past. Chinese brand motorcycles that entered the Vietnamese market at the end of the last century completely lost to companies from Japan and South Korea, and their market share dropped from 80% to 1%. In Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, a motorcycle store owner said, the store has not sold Chinese brand motorcycles for many years. What is going on? Who is to blame for the failure of Chinese motorcycles in Southeast Asia? In today's video, let's talk about this disreputable history of Made in China. The terrain in Southeast Asia is dominated by mountains and hills, which makes people more willing to choose convenient and flexible motorcycles when traveling. Since the 1990s, there has been a wave of motorcycles in Vietnam, Indonesia, and other Southeast Asian regions. Although Vietnam's economy has developed rapidly in recent years, motorcycles are still the first choice for Vietnamese people to travel due to the high taxes and fees on car purchases and the underdeveloped public transportation system. In Vietnam, motorcycles are still a symbol of social status and identity. Most people think that riding a Japanese brand motorcycle is very respectable, although it is more expensive. There are also many motorcycles worth tens of thousands of dollars on the streets of Vietnam, and the price is close to that of an entry-level car. Some young people from wealthy families are willing to buy brand-name motorcycles made in Italy or the United States. Statistics show that Indonesia now has over 70 million motorcycles, Vietnam over 45 million and Thailand over 30 million. It is estimated that there are more than 200 million motorcycles in Southeast Asia, making it the largest motorcycle market in the world. Of course, Chinese companies will not miss such a large market, and they even owned it 10 years ago. However, although China has a mature motorcycle industry, in Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam and Indonesia, the market share of Chinese brands is declining abruptly. In the early 1990s, Japanese motorcycle companies, such as Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha, entered various Southeast Asian countries one after another. Because there are not many competitors, Japanese motorcycles quickly swept the entire Southeast Asian region, accounting for more than 90% of the market. In Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and other countries in Southeast Asia, the streets and alleys are full of Japanese motorcycles. Later, with the gradual maturity of the Chinese motorcycle industry, it also began to enter the Southeast Asian market. Around 2000, many other Chinese motorcycle brands began to go to Vietnam and other Southeast Asian markets, competing with Japanese motorcycle brands for users. With super high cost performance, Chinese motorcycles have won over 80% of the Southeast Asian market in just 3 years, and Japanese motorcycle brands have been defeated. But the good times didn't last long. Later, the market share of Chinese motorcycles declined year by year, and the market in Southeast Asia was taken away by Japanese motorcycles. Around 2016, the market share of Chinese motorcycles in Southeast Asia was less than 5%, and now it has dropped to about 1%. A large number of motorcycle components produced in China flowed into Vietnam around 2000, and then were assembled and produced by local enterprises. At that time, there were about 60 enterprises in Vietnam assembling Chinese motorcycles. The price of some Chinese brand motorcycles is about $500, which is about 1/4 of the price of similar Japanese motorcycles, so sales were booming. In the first few years at the beginning of this century, the market share of Chinese brand motorcycles in Vietnam reached 80%, and this stage was called China shock by some scholars. However, the power of this Chinese shock has gradually weakened due to the problems of Chinese companies themselves and the comeback of Japanese companies. Since 2002, Japan's Honda has launched cheap models, the price of which is only half of the previous one, and gradually squeezed the market share of China's assembled motorcycles. Until now, the golden age of Chinese motorcycle companies in the Vietnamese market has passed, and the entire industry is facing a reshuffle. From the beginning of 2016 to the present, the number of motorcycles exported from China to Southeast Asia has fallen by 5% year-on-year, and the situation will be even worse by the end of the year. The crazy price war in the early years has laid the bane for the current losses of Chinese motorcycle companies. The ever-decreasing selling price affects the R&D investment of enterprises, and also leads to greatly reduced manufacturing costs. After the quality problems of some Chinese motorcycles broke out, problems such as high fuel consumption also made Vietnamese consumers choose Japanese brand motorcycles again. In Cambodia, where there are many Chinese and the relationship between the two countries is stable, Chinese brand motorcycles were also popular. But recently, consumers generally believe that Chinese brand motorcycles are certainly inferior to Japanese ones. In Laos, another Southeast Asian country, almost all mechanical products such as motorcycles and automobiles rely on imports. Laos is closer to Thailand, so many daily necessities are imported from Thailand. Most of the motorcycles driven by Laotians are Japanese brands such as Yamaha and Honda produced in Thailand, and only a few are Chinese motorcycles imported through Yunnan. In my opinion, the failure of Chinese motorcycles from Vietnam is not only due to the competition among manufacturers to lower prices and vicious competition, but also because of the extremely low prices of smuggled assembled vehicles and the self-destructive market. Although the Chinese-made motorcycles that entered the Vietnamese market in the early stage were cheap, they still made some money. It is a pity that the company did not invest more in brand and service, and eventually lost to Japan. After establishing brand reputation, Japanese manufacturers such as Honda began to continuously launch mid to low-end products to expand their market share. For example, a motorcycle they recently launched only sells for about 3,000 yuan. China is a big producer of motorcycles and their spare parts. At present, the motorcycle manufacturing plants established by Japan in Vietnam still need to import a large number of spare parts from China. But these Chinese companies are at the lower end of the industrial chain, and the big profits can only be taken by the Japanese who control the brand. In short, Chinese manufacturing, including motorcycles, failed to gain a foothold in the Vietnamese market. The key lies in the lack of brand awareness and long-term concept. Although the quality of many products made in China is now comparable to some Japanese and Korean brands, it is very difficult to resume competition with Japanese and Korean brands due to the problems in the early stage. These low-cost and low-quality Chinese products have unknowingly solidified the local people's views on Chinese products, and even affected the image of China related to Chinese products. Entrepreneurs operating in Southeast Asian countries once complained that the Japanese embassy in the local area usually only issues a letter of guarantee to one company, so that Japanese companies will not compete viciously in the local area like Chinese companies. However, many Chinese companies are chaotic in their investments in ASEAN. Some viciously compete with each other, kill each other, and lower prices for each other. As a result, the quality of products declines. Now, Vietnamese people would rather buy Japanese high-priced motorcycles than Chinese low-priced motorcycles. This phenomenon also exists in Indonesia. It turns out that Chinese motorcycles can often be seen in Indonesia, but now they are rarely seen. Myanmar, Vietnam, and the Philippines have strong demand for infrastructure. These countries welcome Chinese companies to invest, but in contracting projects, Chinese companies have also competed to lower prices for many years. Generally speaking, behind the brutal price war is that Chinese motorcycle companies are cutting corners and ignoring after-sales issues in order to reduce costs. As a result, Chinese motorcycles were once labeled as shoddy in Southeast Asia. People in Southeast Asia found that although Chinese motorcycles are cheap, they have short service life, high fuel consumption and difficult maintenance, while Japanese motorcycles have long life, low fuel consumption and easy maintenance. In this way, In the Southeast Asian market, Chinese motorcycles are naturally defeated by Japanese motorcycles. Have you ever bought a motorcycle made in China? How do you feel about it? Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. See you.